welcome to my channel. I'm a very novice fisherman, but I wanted to share my experience and my little journey here with anyone who cares to watch. So originally I had planned to start this channel with my brother Steven, and we called it Rigsby Fishing because, well, the same last name. But he's in Kansas and I moved here to Colorado, or back to Colorado. So that's not gonna work, is it? But in this video, it's my first video. We had filmed some stuff together down there. It wasn't the best. He didn't catch nothing, I caught some stuff. But in this one, I wanna share my experience catching some trout. So I didn't actually originally plan to make a video when we went up there to Estes, Colorado. I'm sure everyone knows where that's at. We went up to Estes Lake, and the lake was a little bit low because I guess they kind of drain it down for the winter. And it was a little bit cold. It was like 49 degrees. And I was looking up how to catch bass because I primarily focus on bass because I have a lot of fun catching bass. So I primarily focus on how to catch bass in Estes Lake, but turns out there's no bass there. So when I looked up what kind of fish were there, it's mostly trout, and it said the occasional muskie, which I've never seen nor caught a muskie or a trout. So we went up there, and he had a blue and silver Castmaster on his, and all I had was this silver one. I'm gonna have some off colors. I have some other stuff here, but I put this one on, and I reeled it in like if I was just fishing for bass. And wouldn't you know it, the trout definitely caught on to it, and I caught my first rainbow trout and also my first brown trout, and then another rainbow trout. And they weren't huge or nothing, but they were my first ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut to just a small video. I found some old bleach containers that somebody filled up with dirt and chucked in the water. Well, since the water was low, those were now not in the water anymore. So I kind of propped my phone up against it and recorded it, and at one point, out of what seemed like nowhere, I was about a foot away from reeling the lure in completely, like literally this much line, and all of a sudden this trout came up and just, he hit it. So let's go and look at that video.
He was all chasing it. There you go, that's a good catch right there. Go right next to you.
Oh, what the heck? He was right next to it, dude. Oh, it's funny. So there you have it. These are good for catching rainbow trout and brown trout, apparently. In the video, I only had one. There was only one fish on there, but I did catch, like I said, 3. One of them was a brown trout. I didn't realize how awesome those fish look with those bright red spots. That was a shock to me. Those things look like holographic, like they were sticking out at me. So I think my plan here is, I've been wanting to put some videos on YouTube. Like I said, I'm kind of not very experienced fisherman, but I've always wanted to go fishing. And growing up without, a dad around, that was kind of a difficult thing to do, My mom didn't like fishing, nor did we go very much anywhere to go fishing. But I started, I would say, back in like 2013, I really started to get into it. And 2015, some things happened, and I didn't fish for almost 7 years, almost 6-7 years. But this year, 2022, we actually moved back from New Mexico a couple years back. And this year, 2022, from the beginning of what I thought was the beginning of fishing season, I really got into it. And I went to a pawn shop and I picked up a whole tackle box for about $39. And I feel like that was a great way to start. I mean, you never really know what you're gonna get in a pawn shop tackle box. I didn't know they would have them, but it was great. I got 4 things full of lures. I got a whole bunch of power bait. And then from there, my obsession just kind of started, and I started going with all kinds of soft plastics, started buying all kinds of jigs and stuff. But I think this week I'm gonna focus on 2 things. well, maybe 3 things. So I want to make a video about creek chubs because I don't know if you've seen the videos from Brendan Miller on YouTube, but he's a really fun guy to watch, and he gives a lot of good pointers. He even tells us his fishing pet peeves, but he also makes it look like a lot of fun to go fishing for small fish. So I mean, I did try it once and it was a blast. On my birthday, I spent the entire day catching sunfish, and then I went to a river and I probably trespassed to a few areas and I was catching creek chubs left and right, and it was a lot of fun. These fish are, you know, only about this big. They're like full grown, but they are aggressive and they are a lot of fun to catch. So I want to put out a couple of videos of sunfish, and even though it's like really easy, people might, I don't care what people would say, but it's just really easy because you can literally put some stink bait or some power bait on a hook, dip it down in front of these fish. You can see them actively swimming, and you can just catch them left and right. So if you have children and you want to take them fishing, this is the easiest kind of fishing to do. And I'll explain how I do it in the next video. It's a really super easy situation. I'm going to be recording everything with my phone and one little camera that I have. I do have like a GoPro that I used to use when I ride my motorcycle, but I don't really know how to attach it to my body. I don't have like a vest or something that it sticks in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's my first video, and I just kind of want to share my journey as I go, you know, fishing, because it's something that I really enjoy. So I wanted to put videos of my hobby on here, let my family and friends see it, and then anyone else who enjoys it can enjoy it. So with that being said, maybe we'll do some collaborations with my brother Steven, but he doesn't catch a whole lot of fish. We'll have to have a challenge or something. Kansas versus Colorado. Thank you so much.